People take for granted that were miraculous little moments for us, and it all started with cannabis.
A father joins the fight for medical cannabis. Right now, a petition is moving across the state of Utah to put this initiative on the ballot during the 2018 election. Now, this is a divisive topic, but here's what I learned. Both sides are passionate about the same thing, doing what's right for patients. Tonight, we take you inside medical cannabis, a passionate debate.
I'm sorry.
The visual is heartbreaking.
I'm so sorry, honey.
This is Holden Cromar 1 year ago. Holden has epilepsy. At this point in his life, he was having 40 to 100 of these every day.
It was hard. It was horrible.
But now, in many ways, Holden Cromar is just like any other 10-year-old boy. He loves trampoline time with his sister, playing games,
6,
sometimes
7,
with a bit of a naughty streak,
Hey, I said 10.
and going to school.
Holden, are you ready to learn?
So how did Holden go from this 1 year ago to now a rambunctious little man? His parents say medical cannabis.
It was like a literal fog being lifted from his mind.
But that decision was difficult for Mandy and David Cromar.
Growing up in Davis County, this is your brain on drugs. But as we talked about it, studied it, prayed about it, it was almost like an immediate, this is what we need to do for our son.
The couple packed up their family and moved to Colorado to see if cannabis would help Holden's symptoms. Colorado is one of 29 states where medical cannabis is legal. They say the change in Holden was obvious. The seizures decreased significantly. The day we were with him, he only had one. And Holden began learning and retaining memories again.
Longest to shortest. So
He was growing, and he was back to his naughty little self that I really missed through all that.
But the family desperately wanted to come home. They did research and learned the cannabidiol supplement, or CBD, used by Holden had been made legal for epilepsy patients in Utah. CBD is just one component of the cannabis plant.
We'll always fight for our son. But after knowing what we know and learning what we've learned in Colorado, we're also here to fight for everybody that deserves this access.
Access to the whole plant. That's why the Cromars are now helping with the ballot initiative, moving across Utah to make medical cannabis legal in our state. However, not all doctors see eye to eye on the research in those states where medical cannabis is legal.
What is the consumer consuming?
Karen Wilcox and her team at the University of Utah Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology have been studying the effects of CBD on epilepsy patients. Her team only uses a specific product from the National Institute of Drug Abuse, or NIDA.
It's carefully analyzed. It's known what's in that product. The species and strains of marijuana from which they extract that cannabidiol is well documented and understood.
She says right now, cannabis products sold in those 29 states all come from different parts of the country, different plants, different strains. Because of that, she says it's hard to regulate.
What can certainly be done is more experiments, more science can be done.
Dr. Karen Bushai with the University of Utah's Pediatrics Division agrees, but she also says
there's growing evidence that elements of the marijuana plant can do and probably do have positive beneficial effects for humans, for different conditions in humans.
But she believes it does need more research.
We have no information at all really of the whole plant and of how you would even prescribe it or use it in children.
But the Cromars say their way is working for Holden, and it's working for many families dealing with pain. While they support the idea of more research, they say their son and many other families need help now.
I know there are hundreds of families here in the state that are doing this secretively because they fear persecution. And I promise you, we have enough stress in our life than to have to worry about persecution when we're trying to heal our child.
Now, this topic has a lot of layers, so we've posted more information online. You can hear from the director of the Utah Patients Coalition, the group behind the petition, and a leader of a group that's opposed to the initiative. And we also want to help you make an educated decision. So we've posted this, the entire 27-page Medical Cannabis Act online. Also a link with more information on that petition. All of it is at goodforutah.com.